everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be talking about, in fact today's video was highly requested, yes, so I decided to come out and talk about it. So if you're seeing me for the very first time, I love you. If you have been with me through this parenting journey, you are highly welcome. Thank you for returning by. So please don't forget to click on the red subscribe button on your screen and also notification bell so that whenever I upload anything new, you will be the first to be notified. I'm going to read it out from my book because she sent it through the phone and I still use the same phone to film. So I had to copy it out on my jotter so that I'll be able to read it out. So she said, please, I need to listen to you speak about parents who don't listen to their children. Yes. Okay. She's asking me to talk about parents who don't listen to their children. So secondly also, I got a video from someone and that video was just in line to this particular question, parents not listening to their children. So I'm going to tell you actually what happened in the video. So this particular video, I think it trended last week. I don't know how many people that saw it. It's about a little girl, a 7-year-old girl that had a lesson teacher, a male lesson teacher. So I think the lesson teacher normally comes to the house to teach her with what I saw in the video. So I think the lesson teacher normally comes to the house to take on extramural lessons after school. So, but along the line, this lesson teacher started molesting the young girl. In short, when I watched this video, I listened to the voice notes that accompanied the video. I said, I have a lot of questions to ask the mother of the child. I have a lot of questions to ask the mother of the child because a lot of things happened in that video. That video was short, but a lot of things needs to be answered in that video. So now, according to the voice notes, the lady said whenever the girl, when you ask her to go for a lesson, she'll start crying that she doesn't want to go. Now, my question is, the lesson, is it at home? Is it that it's just the girl and the teacher that have been left in the house? Because I could remember when I had a lesson teacher for my children. Yes, I stay alone in the compound, so they normally do their lesson outside. They normally stay out. So despite the fact that they stay outside, she was a female teacher though, despite the fact that they stay outside, once in a while, I still come out and, go around to just know how the environment is, what she's teaching them, just like a supervision. I just come out and supervise. Even when she leaves, I still ask them to bring their notes. Let me go through what she taught them for the day. So now my question still is it that the girl was left alone with the teacher in the house? There was no father, no mother, no guardian for him to have molested that girl to that extent. Even if she was alone, because most times you see that most parents, I don't know, we forget to do what we're supposed to do as parents and we'll start doing another thing. There are some parents you will see, they'll be like, I'm waiting for the lesson teacher to come back, to come, so that I'll be able to go to the market. I'm waiting for the lesson teacher to come so that I'll be able to do this, so that I'll be able to do that. And that lesson teacher that you are waiting for, is she or he your close relative? Is he someone you can trust? Is he not just a stranger that you met in the school or you met somewhere and you paid him to come and start teaching your child? Most parents do that. You leave your children at the hands of a stranger. Oh, my neighbor, my friend, please take care of my children. Let me rush and come back. I'm not saying you dropping your kids for people is wrong. But what I'm asking, my question is, how do you know that person? How much do you know the person you are dropping your kids for? sister told me that where she's teaching, she's a teacher in a school. She said that there's this small girl that the security man, though that the security man is an old man, normally signs out. That the mother will always tell the security man to sign the girl out, and the mother comes around 7 p.m. to pick the child. I said, what? 7. So the girl, the little girl and the baba will stay till that 7 p.m. till when the mother is through with whatsoever she's doing before she comes and pick the girl. And such parents may not even ask her, is baba touching you? Like, maybe some parents don't even give their children, let me say it now, what we call sex education. Some parents don't even know what is sex education for kids. What you just know, what you know is that I have given birth, okay, it's time for her to crawl, it's time for her to walk, she's walking already, it's time for her to go into, some people even enroll their children as early as 6 months in crèche. Because they are what? They are busy. So that particular video got me thinking, because anytime you ask the girl to go for lesson, she starts crying. So now, that is to say, that cry is a way of communicating to the father, is a way of communicating to the mother, is a way of communicating to the guardian that all is not well. How does your child communicate to you? Are you sensitive enough to know that, oh, my child is trying to tell me something. She's trying to communicate something to me. I need to listen to her. Most times we don't really catch that. We are not sensitive enough to know when our children is trying to communicate. We don't listen to them. So now there are different ways you can know, or there are different ways you can listen to your child. So there are different ways a child can communicate to a parent. It's now left for you, the parent, to know the different ways your children communicate to you. I actually believed that when that girl was crying profusely that she didn't want to go for that lesson, the first question you should ask yourself is, why is she crying? What is the problem? But when I watched that video, I noticed that the teacher has been molesting her. In fact, it has been going on for a very long time. The parents could not code. When they coded, it was already, the teacher has gone far. Now, parents, please, look into your children. I have 4 kids. That means those 4 kids have 4 different ways of communicating to me. The first, if he wants to communicate, tears is his own way of communication. Once I just see those tears hanging, hooking, and he starts doing like this, just know that he's trying to communicate something to you. The second one is a bit vocal. He just comes straight and tell you this is this and that is that. If you are hearing him, you hear him. If you don't want to hear him, the most important thing is that he has said it. Then the third one she keeps sneaking around. She'll walk up, walk down. Her eyes on you, walk up, walk down. So once she starts walking up and walking down and looking at you, walking up, walking down, I already know that there's something. And I'll just call her, come and tell me, what is it? And she'll just spit it out. Then the last one is still a baby. She communicates through cry. So now I want you to go and study your children. Know when they are communicating to you. Know when they are trying to pass a message to you. Know when they are trying to tell you this is this and that is that. Because that child could not really come up to her parents and say, this is what this teacher is doing to me. She doesn't even know what to say. A 7-year-old child, what does she know she's doing? Not until the parents had to plant, the cry became much that the parents had to plant a camera at the window, and they just saw everything as God may have it, that day the teacher came again and carried out his evil acts, and the camera captured everything. They had to rush the girl to the hospital, and the teacher himself now has been detained. Is detained by the police. But it doesn't end there. Parents, please let us make out time to study our children, to know when they need us, to know when we ourselves will need them, to know when they are trying to pass a message to us, to know when they are trying to tell us something very serious in their own way. There are different ways a child could communicate. It's not left for you and I to know and study that child. Now, this girl, psychologically, she needs a serious, when I mean a serious therapist that will look into her, a serious psychologist that will look into her and take good care of her, because she has passed through a lot. We don't know how long it has been going on. Never keep your children with anybody you don't trust. If a father can sleep with a daughter, if an uncle can sleep with a niece or a nephew, then what? Talk more a stranger, someone you don't even know. Maybe you just met that person from school and you just had an agreement. I want you to come and take in my child for home lessons. And if that teacher must come into your house, please, if you have an open space where they can stay, maybe the balcony, they can stay there. People are around will be seeing them. I don't believe if they were at the balcony that the teacher would have done that. No. Then if you are around, even if you are not around, you have someone around, that person can always come out and check on them, just peep on them to know what is happening. Don't just leave those children like that in the hands of a stranger. It's wrong. Very, very wrong. So parents, let's be guided. Fathers, let's be guided. Mothers, let's be guided. A lot of things are happening. When I mean a whole lot of things are happening. Never leave your children in the hands of a stranger, and always try to listen to your children. Whenever they are trying to say anything to you, listen to them. Because I believe if the parent of that child listened earlier, that teacher wouldn't have gone so far. In fact, that very day, and always make them feel that they need to speak up. They need to speak up. Yes, some will say, if you tell your mommy, I'll do this, I'll do that. I told my daughter one day, I said, don't allow anybody to do what? She said, touch my breast and my bum bum. Yes. If that person touches your breast and your bum bum and says, I'm going to kill you, I personally will kill that person first. I know what she said to me, Mommy, are you a killer? You know, but this is just to tell her that I am superior to that person that is threatening her. So parents, I want to encourage us. I know it's not easy. I know we will not always be there, but the little time you have to be there, please bring yourself fully out. Bring yourself out. When I mean fully out, bring yourself out. Let that child see you as someone that he or she can confide in. Let that child see you as someone that I can trust my mom. A lot of things are happening. Now let me tell you a story. There was this girl that was in my sister's school then, where she was teaching. This girl, when the mom was dressing her up for school, she actually wore her school shoes, and the girl was crying. The mother felt maybe she didn't want to go to school, that's how she normally behaves. Anytime you're dressing her for school, she'll just be crying and all that. The mother said, you must go to school, you must do this, the girl kept on crying. When she got to school, as God may have it, her teacher is someone that has passion for what she's doing. The teacher said, no, I don't know you to be someone that cries this way. What is it? The teacher started undressing her, removing all her clothes, removing her shoes, removing everything along the line. Immediately she removed the shoe, the scorpion just came out, and the teacher shouted. They rushed her immediately to the hospital, and she got treated. Are you that parent that your child woke up and say, I don't want to go to school. Tomorrow, I don't want to go to school. Next tomorrow, I don't want to go to school. You have to go to that school and know why she doesn't want to go to school. Maybe there's someone bullying her there. You don't know. And you are just at home telling her, you must go to school, oh, you must go to school, forcing her to go to school. So parents, let's be guided. Please, let's be careful. Let us appreciate these gifts God has given to us. Let's don't joke with our children. They are precious gifts. Let's appreciate them. Let's bring out our time to give them the best that we can. If you find this video very useful, please give us a thumbs up, share our videos, give us comments, because this topic was requested. So if you feel there's anything you want me to talk about, just put it on the comment section. I'll talk about it. See you in my next video. Please stay safe wherever you are. I love you. Bye.